Our hair is a big part of who we are. We spend a lot of time and money cutting, dyeing, styling it to look and feel good. So when your hair starts thinning, it can be a tough pill to swallow. Thankfully, with the medical technology of today, you don't have to just deal with it. VanScoy Hair Clinics is one place that you can turn. We have President Dennis VanScoy joining me today. So welcome, Denny.
Okay, thank you, Robin.
So how common in general, let's talk kind of broad strokes, how common is hair loss?
Well, about 40% of the adult male has hair loss, and about 1/3 of the women have a hair loss problem too.
So it goes across genders?
It does.
Okay. Well, I've heard of male pattern baldness. That's kind of the one that you hear the most, I would say, but that's far from the only cause of hair loss, right?
Well, hereditary hair loss is about 95% of the hair loss. So, I mean, there are medical reasons, but that isn't very common. But most generally, the people we deal with is hereditary hair loss.
Hereditary, okay. So before and after pictures we know tell the story. Let's take a look at some of the people that you have helped so far. We'll go through. The first gentleman underwent something called Sensigraft. So, and you can see these incredible results. So how did that happen?
That is a dermal lens process. It's a real thin skin. It's adhered directly to the scalp. Most people will have this in place for 30 days at a time, and so it's just like they come back about every 30 days for a service, just like getting a haircut once a month.
Okay, so it kind of attaches to your skin or to your scalp, is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, and even though we don't see it as often, we know that women suffer from it, as you said. Some great examples in this, we have a process you call illusions. And how does that work? That
would be a similar process. It could be secured to their hair or to their scalp, depending on how much hair loss they have. But if the lady wants to have hair 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, this is one of the best ways to do it without doing a surgical process.
Now, can they wash it, cut it? Are all these things possible when they have these?
Yes. I mean, they would shampoo it right on their head, style it just like they would their own hair because it is human hair. So it's a process, it's just a normal thing with a full head of hair.
Now, as far as the process itself, how long does that take? Is it a glue? Is it sewed? How is it put on?
We use, here again, it could be tied to their hair, or we could use medical adhesives. So here again, depends on the hair loss, depends on the person's lifestyle, on which method would be best for them.
And do you have a lot of people that come in and are just shocked at the results that they can get without undergoing a medical procedure?
Definitely. I mean, it changes their lives.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
We also have some examples of how hair transplants or multi-unit hair grafting can be an option. So this is the process that's a little bit more to it, right?
Right. Yeah, we have a doctor that specializes in hair transplant surgery, and we do a process called multi-unit hair grafting. We're the only ones in Ohio that does this type of a process. And the advantage of it is we can move 2 to 3 times more hair than the normal hair transplant process out there. So our job is to, I mean, if they can get greater results in a single procedure, that's what we're trying to accomplish.
And we're looking at people with kind of a wide range of, 80% of their hair is gone, maybe 50% of their hair is gone. Can you help anybody at any stage, or is it ever too late, I guess?
No, I don't think it's too late. I mean, we have a process for everybody. Now somebody that has extreme hair loss and have high expectations, maybe hair transplant surgery isn't for them. But we may have another process that will give them a full head of hair.
So you have all these processes that when somebody comes in, do they sit down, consultation with you? How does it work to get things started?
Well, we offer a free hair and scalp evaluation, and when they come in, we first sit down and try to find out what their expectations are, and then we'll do a microscopic evaluation of their hair and their scalp, and then we will give them a recommendation on what would work best for them.
Okay, so they don't have to research it themselves. They can come to you and get some suggestions prior to.
Well, we'd like to have them research it and try to find out as much as possible. Then they can come to us, because sometimes when you read about something, you still don't know, is that for me?
Okay, and yeah. VanScoy, family owned and run business. You guys have an awesome deal that we want to talk about before we run out of time, though.
Okay, anybody that calls from this broadcast, we're offering a $500 savings certificate. All you have to do is mention it when you do call us.
Okay, so mention daytime, the number, the website up on screen. So thank you for being with us, Denny.
Okay, thank you.